First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at about the... Produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On second down, Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you did
pressure, and he's going to be 44. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Run. Check 26, check 26. Bang!
Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield throwing deep here for Coleman, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. This is Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Well, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Look at me, zipper.
Now Gordon on first down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Let's go now. Hand over.
He'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Mayfield. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Let's go. Set 30 base. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial. Still a nice play by the defense.
You draw quarters.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
57 to Mike. Tackles, tackles.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right.
Let's get off the field.
Aguilar has it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Michael Brocker's in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready, ready. 57's a mic. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 80 weapon. Snap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back, and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marvin Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield, he's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. I'm coming.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. David Onyemata able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mayfield on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before pick up there, 21 yards. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the back.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
60 outlaw. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
261, matchbox, right.
Here's Gordon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So they tried to go for it for Pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
don't slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with it, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to him, I never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.